I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping in the fade, there is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me, this is how legends are made.
Hello, and welcome to our usually weekly stream. Some more news on that soon. Just saying that so I don't forget. Yeah, welcome and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are from. I hope you're going to enjoy our stream today. We're just going to have some fun in arcade battles. And I'm saying we because I'm not alone. I brought someone who a lot of you probably still remember and especially use our Discord memes of. Yeah, nice to see you back.
Hello everyone, I understand it's a bit unusual for me to be on stream and I hope you still remember me, but I'm still here, I'm still in Prague, I'm still with the rest of the team and I welcome you to our usual, I would say, still Monday stream. Hope everyone has been doing well and has had a nice update so far.
Robin just nicknamed you Uwuchi.
Uwuchi, yeah, I knew that. Actually, that's the first time I'm hearing it. I kind of like it. Thanks, Robin. It's a good idea.
Not Owachi?
Owachi? Owachi and Uwuchi both have their own, like, kind of flavor.
Like, wait, it's been like, what, 2 minutes? And we're already
we're already wooing. Like, this is the fastest in any wargaming stream that we've had wooing so soon. Didn't Orochi used to have more hair on top? It's also the quickest time in any stream that my hairline was mentioned. Thank you, guys. No, it's about the same amount of hair, if not slightly more.
I was about to say, if anything, it's more.
Yes.
Especially if somebody didn't see you for a while. Like, going good.
Yes. But apart from hairstyles and uwus and ovos, how are you guys? I see that. Are you loving that we have 2 Greek ships now? Yes, I definitely am. Really looking forward to potentially adding more, but I guess we'll probably have to wait some time until that gets realized.
I guess there are like a couple options, so
there are a couple.
At least possible.
If especially we're looking at PC, I think there is 1 or 2 more ships that could be, but again, we will see.
I think we will be seeing them sooner or later. Yeah. So, random questions. Legends VR compatible? No. There are also no plans for VR. I'm very much a VR enthusiast. I love playing VR games. But even I have to admit there's very little point. And getting very close to the ships, actually the ships don't look that great then anymore because they're not made for that, like, first-person view, like you being on the ship or something like that. So unlikely that we have any VR plans. You're probably asking because of PSVR 2. Yeah, before we actually get to more questions and to playing some games, few announcements. First of all, just a heads up, guys. Next week on Monday, we traded our day. We got the day from Tuesday last week for Halloween, and next week we traded them with PC. They are going to have a Polish celebration stream. It's a public holiday, a big important day for them. So we don't actually get to be here. We are sharing the streaming room with our colleagues from PC. But we will be back on the 18th with the update stream. And if all things go as planned, there will probably be a video released right around like our usual stream time on our YouTube channel next week. So you will still have some content. And the other announcement for any of you who actually applied to our super test program, which has been like a few months ago, I know, but there were a lot of applications, and finally made it through all of them and already messaged the first bunch. If you did not get contacted yet, it doesn't necessarily mean you aren't part of it. But if you got contacted or you didn't check your Discord, please do. If you don't reply, then we will replace you with someone else. We have a certain amount of slots. Yankonomics, I think they declined my application. Yeah, I'm sorry. We even told you on stream that you were declined from ST, but we unfortunately had to add you to the CC program. Really sorry for that. How was your stream yesterday? For those of you who don't know, Yankonomics is our latest addition to the CC program, and he celebrated last night, if I'm correct.
It's kind of funny that we already had a couple of cases of CCs that either were in the super test program or wanted to join the super test program, but they just got yoinked by the glorious CC program. I remember another example is a big B2 that was in the ST program and had to be removed. Yoinked indeed, yes.
We actually, I think it's like 4 or 5 more.
More?
Yeah. I mean, by the very nature, the content creators usually are the ones who play the game a lot, so they're usually also more interested in like other stuff. So kind of makes sense.
Little fist fight we have with final boss on who gets the CCs or STs.
You need a super tester from South Africa to test the latency. I think we even have some Australian super testers, but the biggest issues for them is usually the time zones. South Africa, yeah, I mean, if you applied and you had some good application, why not? We love to have a lot of people from all over the world. But also, to be honest, besides some like fast-firing, like gun-focused Daka ships, you can pretty comfortably play the game with like a 200 ms ping. It's fine.
I see. Question for Orochi. What are the odds of a destroyer-focused Commonwealth commander in the next few months? I don't know why it's a question for me specifically.
You're usually not here to ask, so they're trying their luck with you now.
Like the rest don't answer. Maybe I will answer, but I won't. I'm not sure we'll have that unless Sahales has some other information about it.
No, nothing changed since you left my team. When it comes to future updates, we will have the patch notes the first day before the update usually, and that's where you can find all the information. Otherwise, there might be some teasers every now and then on like socials or YouTube or whatever, but you have to be patient. We can't really tell you much earlier. But there's some pretty cool content coming. I think we will like it.
Good morning, Lynn Roy Robson Merritt. Hello, everyone. Will mobile have same gun sounds like a console? Again, that's more of a Sahales question, but I think the answer is that there is no guarantee.
The answer is pretty much the same as we said during our Q&A. We're kind of focusing on the optimization right now to allow more of you to actually play the mobile version. There are tens of thousands of devices on our list of you should be looked into. So that's a lot of work for the mobile team. And then once we have like lots of supported devices, added all the features that we're still missing that we want to add, then we can talk about checking like what else we can add, how we can add new features, better sound, better graphics, whatnot.
What are the Black Friday ships? I can't say, but I can say that they're gonna be black. Orochi, do you work more or less in your new role? So I will combine it with what is it that you do now, Orochi. Like both of those questions kind of can combine, but basically, I'm in the marketing team, in the marketing department. So, like in general, let's just say I make sure we have new players coming into the game and make sure we always have new players in the game. As well as occasionally reminding old ones to come back and give the latest update a spin. When in terms of more or less work, it's not more or less, it's more about the work being different. But specifically for what I do now, my experience in the community, knowing you guys, knowing what you like, who you find interesting, does help my overall activities and actions within the marketing team.
Yeah,
hope this answers it.
I see a lot of other questions. Will you make a separate toggle to disable blue archive content? It's a bit of a tricky thing. I think there's no space right now to actually add more toggles, but we pass that on and probably like try to find some solution to it. As for other tech trees, guys, new tech trees, upcoming ships, upcoming commanders, upcoming content, we cannot and will not tell you anything. We would really like to keep our jobs. We can usually leak something once, and then we have to go to a different company, and we kind of prefer not to do that.
We are going to run out of companies eventually.
Yeah.
So when it comes to new content, we've discussed this before in live streams. I think one time it was with Final Boss. It's not only that we are evil and trying to keep information for you, it's just that we really want to make sure that we deliver what we say, what we promise, and what we write. So, for example, this do not be taken out of context. Let's say that there is a Commonwealth commander coming. We could be like sure that it's coming in next update. Suddenly, Final Boss in Super Test realizes that the commander completely breaks the matchmaking or something. We can't release it. Suddenly, we lied. Not very POG, right? So this is a very obviously crude example, but you kind of understand some issues that can come up during development that were most of the time are unexpected, that blocks us from actually releasing content that we are very excited about, and we bet that we probably got you excited about as well. So we want to make sure that what we say is coming is actually coming.
That's also why you will almost never hear us say something definite, like this is definitely coming or that is never coming. You will always see stuff like exactly. You will always hear us say something like we plan to, or we hope to release, or we are working on, because we also don't know. But in general, we really want to add a lot more stuff, and we have some cool ideas coming. And I think you will like the next updates. I mean, it's going to be like the Black Friday kind of themed updates, or lots of discounts, lots of stuff to get. And then we will be having the New Year update, which, as you know, you also usually get showered and stuff. Will there be console support for mobile? There already is for iOS, and it's in the works for Android. And that is one of the things where we're also really happy that we actually didn't tell you that it will be coming at the same time, because adding it for Android and lots of more devices and different technology than iOS actually took a bit longer. But we hope to release it very soon. Again, whether or not the super testers will find ways to break it and completely break the game,
which we are very thankful for, by the way.
I was about to say that's good. If they find issues on the test server, then that means the test server works, but that might delay it. So it comes when it comes.
Okay, I have an idea.
Let's get into battles.
Let's start getting into battles, because this is gonna turn into a very
I'm waiting
long Q&A. Oh, you're already.
Yeah.
I see.
And it wasn't definitely just me pressing X to get ready, like the moment you said it. Because I also forgot to select a chip.
Let's play something fun. Battle, yes. How is it going? Great, Captain Brian. Amazing, in fact.
We get more legendary tier ships next year. You will even get one until the end of this year, at least one. Maybe more, who knows?
Orochi is back. A limited time. About 2 hours, specifically.
Ooh, I like your choice. I should play her more. But I figured I will be a bit naughty today and try Bottas.
Don't tell them you are running a business. They don't understand all that. And that's completely fine. Like, what we just said is to help those that probably are not into game dev to understand more of our process and how we handle these things. Limited time Orochi mode. I'd have to convince a lot of people for that, but
What
it's
is
on
an
my list.
Orochi mode?
You'll see.
You will just tower over the battlefield, Attack on Titan style. Hi, Blake. And which hint? The legendary tier? Yeah, it's not the missile cruiser. Yeah, that is true. It is indeed not the missile cruiser we're adding because we don't have missile cruisers.
I've never fought you, Orochi. One of these days I will catch you out there. Is that a threat or a promise?
I think the answer is yes.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to your POV because I haven't played on stream for a while and I'm kind of shy.
Hello, shy. Yeah, to be fair, I'm also not really playing all that much recently because I just don't get to it. I think on Friday I left at like 8 in the evening. Too busy.
Well, I am still playing the game, but I don't play that much on stream. And playing on stream and playing alone are two completely different experiences.
Playing on stream is so much more distracting and stressful.
Yeah. More enjoyable though.
I mean, I wouldn't say more. It's just very different. It's really fun to stream and play. It's also really fun to just have like some battles, especially with colleagues, like in Division in the office. Always nice. Are dailies coming back and are the weekly assignments going to stay? No, the weekly assignments completely replace the dailies. So you actually can kind of choose when you do your stuff. You don't have to log in every day if you don't want to. That said, it still takes you quite some amount of time. So it's roughly around the same amount of battles you need to play every week to get the same rewards, except that it's actually a bit more. There will also be some more updates. And no, there's no giveaway on the stream. To be fully honest with you guys, we could of course do a lot more giveaways on stream and like inflate numbers with that, but we mainly want to just talk to you guys, have some chill games and answer questions. And if you don't want to be there for that and only for streams, then that's fine. Streams, giveaways, but we kinda prefer not to do giveaways for the sake of doing them. And the season of giveaways and cool stuff is going to come up with the new year, of course. There will be lots of fun stuff for you.
Very soon, in fact. Yes.
Also, speaking of upcoming updates, the next update is actually going to be 4 weeks long, and then the New Year update is going to be 6 weeks. Because of the holiday season, the developers, and like also our team here, we have so many. Oh god, I'm in secondary range of the Heinrich. That's not really great. Yeah, because of the holiday season, we kind of space it out a bit differently.
Orochi-based camo when? If you give me a good enough idea on how the camo will look to represent me, I'm all DMs. Send me a DM.
Can we get rid of this Heinrich?
I'm more interested in the King George because he's broadside. Orochi in Velos?
The Heinrich is also broadside.
You see, I've heard some torps on him, but no hits.
It's just farming me hard. Also, that's how you counter Bottas, just by using AG. And the secondaries of Heinrich are automatically doing that, of course. Dodge the torps. Oh, I'm having double fire again. Nope. Nuts. And I got an assist. I really like the assists. Cool feature.
What do you guys think about the assists, by the way? We added this update.
The assist and also the medal. That's like the assist Kraken, basically, helping hand. I love the assists. Nice.
It's very refreshing and fun to see for me specifically, because that's something I really wanted to see since before I joined Wargaming and I was only playing on PC. I got my kills yoinked too many times. And I wanted to show something for them.
This might be a bit dangerous what I'm doing, but let's see. Where are you, Shasha? Oh, come on.
They're
there you
not
are.
stealing the kills. They are securing them.
Exactly, it's kill secures.
Kill secure. But now you also have a cool ribbon for it, so...
This might hurt, but I really... Ouch, fuck. There was another ship next to me.
Oh, no. Okay, Colorado's not aiming at me.
How's she not spotted? I guess she's further away behind the island. Well, it's on you now.
Like how you switch on me when I almost get death struck. Almost, though. Almost.
Oh, I just got flanked by the battleship behind the island in the east. What was that? George, I guess? Not sure.
Can be fun if they put two carriers in a single team. What do you mean?
I mean, probably just having...
In like randoms or...
In general, like the game currently doesn't allow for two carriers in a team, so not gonna happen, and we also don't want to do it. You can have carriers at home by using the hybrid ships or the Seven for airstrikes. But yeah. Also, YouTube chat, please stay respectful. Don't use any inappropriate language if you don't like something. I think it says need a minimal damage. Hitting one shot for minimal damage probably doesn't deserve one. We were like thinking about like the threshold for the amount of seconds before you sink the ship, or like what happens if you actually deal 95% of the ship's damage in the first minute, then it just disappears and isn't around for 10 minutes. Or like, do we add a certain threshold? But in the end, we figure it would be just overcomplicating, would lead to very confusing situations where you did like, let's say you need to deal 1k damage and dealt 999, but it was super crucial, and then the last hit was actually only 10 HP. Like, if you last hit, you also get the last hit, no matter how much HP you dealt, right? So we figure it's nicer like this. So the chance of USS Wisconsin being an addition to the game, everything has a chance, but again, the same as any other. Is XYZ going to be in the game? We can't really tell you. And we mostly also don't know. Does the dev team prefer the 5-week campaigns or the 4-week ones? We kind of like our 5-week update cycle because that's how like the whole team works, whether it's Orochi or me or other parts of the dev team or publishing team. But sometimes we do the 4-week ones to space out the updates. Like for example, if we had 5-week long update, our update would be on I think the 23rd, 23rd of December, so right around the Christmas week. Just doesn't really work. And the 6-week one afterwards, or like sometimes we had 4-week ones as well in winter, on like January, because of like the way the holidays are playing out, and like lots of people on the dev team and publishing team also being on vacation. So that's the only reason why we usually have shorter or longer ones. Otherwise, 5 weeks is perfect. You guys really like arcade mode as well, huh? Yeah, we do. It's so fun. Like, just more relaxed, more chill. Also tier 6, tier 5 have a lot of fun ships.
I almost have perfect damage, by the way. It's very close. Very close.
Oh, so you're only allowed to deal like either 11 damage or 431?
Yeah.
Good luck. Speaking of potential content, I need to recruit more people to ask for unsinkable Sam guys and camos. Don't worry, we got Final in the team. Whenever there's an opportunity to ask for it, he does ask for it. Any planned changes to Elite XP system? Nope. We are in generally thinking about like how we can change the progression or expand the progression, or like what to do with the tech trees and how the game could look like in 5 years and 10 years. And we're open to all kinds of ideas, but the way the Elite XP works, I think, is currently rather set in stone. And I saw a question about the economy and like possible changes as well. Are you also sunk now?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, we should win this, right?
Probably
Surely?
win, yeah.
Hopefully. But don't do historically accurate things now, please.
Yes. Well, I don't think who'd ever fought a Cheshire, but
They hurt themselves in confusion or something like that. Back to the topic. Yeah, economic changes, not really any. The economy of the game is a very careful thing. Like we, as you might have noticed, we are giving out a bit more stuff again, especially like promotion orders. We try to increase the amount again. We are seeing your feedback, especially for like newer players and midterm players. But we don't have any big plans in terms of changes. You guys like how shells fall short? That is a myth, honestly. Like, we have done so many investigations, and statistically speaking, everything is totally fine, and it's totally possible that a whole salvo goes into a very weird corner. It's just RNG in the end. It's just random. But we have yet to see a single clip that actually proves that that's a thing. If you have anything, feel free to send it to us. Our QA team is very happy to check it, but usually it's proving to actually just be normal, like with a normal variation of the dispersion.
okay.
Cool. Choose something.
I really want to showcase a very specific build and ship.
Oh, okay.
And I will explain in game probably why.
Do I actually? I think I actually have the same build on it as you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Exact same build, actually.
How much is that? 5.5? Is that what you have?
What?
This?
5.5, yes.
Okay. I guess I'll try it as well. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, we'll go over the details in a bit, but
it's a secret.
We kind of have a lot of you trying to snipe battles, and it's just boring, honestly.
The players would like to see an increase in the steel after the completion of the campaign. So, as you guys know, steel is quite scarce resource. It's very difficult to obtain in large amounts, and we'd like to keep it that way. We want to make sure that the steel you earn is actually more difficult. That's why it's usually in ranked, for example, and for you to obtain it, you need to play quite a bit of the game. And so a lot of the things that you can buy with steel are also quite strong and quite interesting as well. I would don't take this as, every steel ship is overpowered or strong, but for example, we have epic and legendary upgrades that you can do to your ships that are quite interesting. And
like even for those upgrades or the modifications, you're really not meant to have them on every single ship. They're meant to be something special. So steel is supposed to be rare, but you can boost it a little bit by getting the steel port upgraded in your fleet.
Okay, quick explanation of what we're seeing in our screens.
And quickly, let's not talk about politics, please. I'm just stopping this because I see a single mention, and let's not. Wrong place, wrong chat. We are here to play pixel ships.
So what we're seeing right now is a secondary build, the Alighieri B. It has 5.5 kilometers SAP secondaries, and it's probably the most fun ship that you can play in tier 3 in arcade. I'm having a lot of fun playing this. And I also have 100% win rate.
You have 100%.
Yes, with
Okay,
like
let's try to work on that.
18 games. So please.
You know you jinxed it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but why? Because fun. You'll see.
Why is there no Italian language? Because the Italian ships are all not very useful and nerfed as much as possible. Some of the most broken ships in the game are Italian.
Historically, the ships that really needed the nerf.
Like, yes, there were some, like, for example, the Italian destroyers were really bad, but we buffed them and gave them better reload. But, like, the Italian ships are pretty good. Like, many of them. Pretty solid. As for no Italian language, it's mainly a demand thing. If more of you asked for it, if more of you play the game, then there's also a chance that we add Italian language support. Same for any other language. Can you get steel ships in random crates? Not really in random crates. There might be some where you can get them, but usually not even that. More often than not, steel ships are really only available for steel. Not sure if we actually have any, had any in crates. I want to say something wrong right now.
Oh, nice little bit.
And as for the Italian ships, especially like try the battleship line. They are so fun.
Ah, 5 overpens.
Oh,
Oh, assist ribbon. Good. Who got the kill actually?
Me.
Of course.
With my secondaries.
Yep.
So now Wakeful is gonna see my secondaries.
Switch to you.
Sure. Yeah, bye. I mean, to be fair, like pushing a secondary battleship is always a bit annoying.
Okay, we're gonna cap. Just try to chase the Arkansas.
Arkansas, right?
Arkansas?
I think Arkansas. There's like no
Yeah,
logic
sorry.
to like Kansas and Arkansas. Like it's like indigenous or something like this. I don't know.
I'm just used to names of states based on how we call them in Greek, and we just put the accents anywhere. Like,
oh, the one of the most fun things is like when you're starting to learn English in school to try to pronounce like Massachusetts and all the like US states, because like for non-native speakers it's so difficult.
in Greek specifically, I think someone first learned the names of the states and just decided on where the accents are gonna be.
Oh, Arkansas is actually coming close. I like that. Where's the other battleship? It's not spotted. I guess probably behind the island next to sea. Oh, is she having a secondary build? Seems so.
AR Kansas. This sounds more like a rifle.
Yeah, Kansas and Arkansas are named after two separate groups. Yeah, very sure it's actually Saw. Arkansas, not Arkansas.
Yeah. Okay, it's a joke.
No,
Nassau,
don't run
okay.
me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Destroyer. Yeah, what's the Destroyer's name? Oh.
Think of its state as its own little country. We all hate each other, but the USA keeps us together when we need to go to war. Not sure about that take. Because I don't really have any experience with the US. Never been to the US, so I can't really comment on what it's like. AR Kansas is a collab ship. No, right?
Wait, is your play icon for people who work on War's Legends or something? Yes, it is. We have a little. It says crew.
It's a big.
There you see it.
You can see it in game and you know who to focus from the enemy team.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's simply made for that reason.
No, it's just like if you see the crew badge, it's kind of cool, right, to see that the people from the game are playing. That said, a lot of the team members, like the non-community staff, and well, technically it's not obligatory for you either.
No.
But you can do it. I like it. Ooh, our destroyer carried hard. Nice one. But yeah, a lot of the team members, if they play, they rather play without it because they don't want to out themselves, don't want to be out in the open and just want to have some fun.
I really don't mind having it because occasionally I do get more GGs and stuff. Yeah, I also get those messages, you know. You know which message I'm talking about. You know, where people are being extra kind towards me playing and find the need that they have to insult several members of my family for it. Yes, hate mail. That's the word right there. But it's good. I don't mind wearing the patch. Looks quite cool. It's very unique.
The Italian ships are bad. Good ones you nerf to death. I'm sorry, I have to disagree. They were just broken and now they are quite okay.
Orochi, have you played the Velos? If so, what do you think? Thanks. I played the Velos. It's generally speaking, American destroyers. Yeah, I know it's Greek, but it's based on Fletcher. Are not my thing. It's okay. Like I don't play it often, but I played a few games with it.
I think what he's trying to say is it's not a battleship and doesn't have secondaries, so it's less interesting.
Yeah. I don't think there was a... Well, technically...
Oh, was there a Greek battleship?
Well, Averov has two different main caliber guns. So you could consider the side turrets to be second. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go into that.
Can we get Duck of War back for the April Fool's mode the next year? Honestly, I don't think we will return the mode anytime soon. The issue is it's not getting back. It's like we need to redo it from scratch. It's the game changed too much for that, most likely at least. And we rather try out new things. And also as a little secret, very often we use the different game modes to test certain mechanics, to test certain changes, and try out some stuff, and also let our developers have some fun with, and especially the design team, of course, to actually be able to work on something that doesn't just look like ships, or at least a bit more different. Sorry, I wasn't actually paying attention what to choose.
I don't know, choose the tier.
I feel like I know what I want to play. Wait a second. I have too many ships. I should really remove some ships from my port. I'm too lazy to go through it. Or use
Just
filters.
use the filter.
No, I don't use filters. That would be way too easy.
It's like I want to struggle. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Look, why make it easy if you can do the hard way? Like,
let's play this.
will there be any more opportunities to earn the Halloween event currency, or is it just on the crate bundles? No, should be just the bundles now. Yeah, I wanted to actually show the screen, but no. New game engine figures. It's not a new game engine, but instead of going in like, oh, we have update number 2 now, and that's a completely new engine, we are like in the background constantly changing like small things, tweaking this a bit, tweaking that a bit, rewriting some code, refactoring something else. So it's more of like a continuous behind the scenes change in terms of optimization and features and stuff. So you can't really say it's fully new. There's some parts that have never changed. There's some parts that have changed a lot.
Why make it easy if you can do it the hard way? Is the most German thing you've ever said. I doubt it's the most German thing he's ever said, but it's definitely up there.
I mean, do be very German to overcomplicate things a lot and then struggle because of that.
What are the drop rates on the golden pumpkin from the bundle? This should be listed in wowsledges.com/container page.
wowsledges.com/containers.
Containers, yes.
I have to quickly check my phone because somebody is messaging me.
So
I don't want that.
You can go to that page. It's also in our main portal at wowslegends.com. We have all the container drop rates there. You can find everything, including golden pumpkins.
Is there any chance we can get a unique Stalingrad skin like a Halloween theme skin in the future? We usually take like ships that are very popular for it, so a lot more people can use it, and more like tech tree ships, but it's possible. And Stalingrad is certainly also quite popular, mainly because she is available for GXP. Thanks, Grim. You too. Enjoy. What are your thoughts on the hybrid battleships? I don't like anything with planes, to be honest, but I think they're really well added to the game. They're quite fun. You can really still play the battleship part, and I really like the controls and the UI for it. Devs did a really good job, in my opinion. And otherwise, they seem to be very, very popular. They're some of the most popular ships in the game. You guys seem to love them, and they're doing great as well in terms of performance. So yeah. What do you think?
Wait 1 sec. I'm trying to think a little bit here. Not sure where to go. Should have stayed in the smoke, maybe. So hybrid battleships, right?
Yep.
I like them. I don't mind playing against them or with them. And I do think there is a bit of a learning curve with actually landing the torpedoes.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But they're not my kind of ship. For sure.
Ouch, was that you from München?
Yeah.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Why you do this to my people?
Not my kind of ship, but very fun. Like, I do play them occasionally, but it's like, I'm bored, you know, I've played like 5 battleship games and stuff. I'm not really feeling secondary.
Mars is spotted. Oh, okay, never mind.
And I just throw in one hybrid battleship game, you know, for variety. Resistance should
Yep, I'm on her.
sink very shortly. Give me that assist.
Give me that kill. Nope.
Any assists? No? Okay, I'm going for the kill then.
I should have her.
Do I dodge this?
Why not, I guess.
Okay,
What are you?
got it. And dodge? Oh my god.
Yeah? What are you dodging? Oh, torps. Nice. Like, mainly nice that they were aimed at you because I was a bit worried. There's the Mars.
What do we have here? Bliskavitz, okay.
Mars is sonat.
Yep. Turret reverse. Let's go Collingwood. Collingwood, by the way, amazing ship.
I'm probably eating one.
My shots
torp.
are not making.
Yeah, I'm eating one. Ouch.
Oh, he still has space to go forward. Okay. Are you gonna brawl the mass?
Yes.
Okay, understandable. Let's one-shot the München. Oh, these are looking good. Oh, come on. Nice.
Oh, I wanted to torpedo her.
Oh, there is a sword. Dahoud, great ship. Yes. Very fun. Should have switched to 8C perhaps.
I had the King George in my flank for way too long. It hurts. Try to sink that München.
Okay.
But I don't know, my main guns are not the most motivated today.
King George is not switching to AP, which is very nice for me.
If you can hit the München, it would be amazing.
Oh, what? You torpedoed the sword.
I told you I wanted to torpedo destroyer. I'm just a heavy destroyer, right? I have torpedoes. You must make me a destroyer. Yeah, I can't do anything against the München. She's killing me.
Let me try.
München actually quite a nice ship. Nice HE spammer. Yeah, I'm dead. Bye. Didn't really deal much damage, but I basically sank 2 destroyers, so that counts.
It's okay. It's acceptable.
Careful with the King George. Oh, she's also hitting you.
Not with AP though.
It's a British battleship. I don't think British battleship players know that AP exists.
I'm a British battleship.
Fair enough. You don't count.
I really don't.
Why does the Zao's torpedo firing angle look so bad? I mean, it's like for most of the Japanese cruisers of that line. They're more like kiting ships, so in that case it's kind of fine. But you're not meant to have that capability of like just shooting straight in front of you, basically. With the torpedoes.
So we're probably not winning on points, so I try to kill the München and then come back to kill the King George.
Fun fact, the only time Collingwood did multiple salvos, she warped and broke her deck from the recoil, concentrated in front of the bow. Oof. I mean, there is a lot of energy in those salvos.
Thankfully, we're not that realistic.
Yeah. I'm still wondering if there are some ships where if you were to fire every single gun at the same time, like you can in Legends, the ship was just like roll over. Collingwood is a paper ship? She never existed. So what ship are you referring to, Richard? She didn't exist? Is there like a sister ship of her? I don't know enough about all the different ships. How's that München still alive? What? Surely you got her now, right?
One of the cells is landing. Oh, I need 2. Oh.
I mean, she's literally running out of map. So
Yeah.
at this point, it's quite clear where she's gonna go.
And then I need to turn back and... Is that absolute corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's quite literally cornered. That respawn says everything? Says what? Give me some context, please. And it was Nelson, not Collingwood. Okay. What Hagen should be dealt with and damage being received over time. Honestly, it's already... It's rare and rare enough, and it already slows you down and makes it really weird for you to actually get away.
We're probably losing this one unless I get like 5 citadels here.
Might be thinking Rodney. Rodney's an Nelson class as well. The more you know. There were a couple ships that could destabilize themselves with a full salvo, but they were all badly built and designed under crazy mutations. Also believe all pre-Dreadnought design. I mean, if they were well built, they would probably not destabilize themselves. So, like, makes sense, right? Is there any way you can have a Bismarck with no superstructure health? I mean, the German battleship's main weakness is their gigantic deck and superstructure, so kinda don't want that. Oh yeah, Knomi, so you're not aggressive. It's just it's a feedback point we see fairly often, but for most players, hugging the border is already weird enough. Oh, we are losing actually.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Give me 3 citadels.
Nope.
No.
Jinxed it. Can Yamato get an accuracy buff? Yamato really doesn't need an accuracy buff.
Why would Yamato need an accuracy buff?
No. The fact that she sometimes doesn't hit her shells is actually balancing her quite a lot. I'm on deck flexed. Oof. I'd say it should be on a timer of like 10 to 15 seconds. If you don't get off the border, it gives you a go on fire or something. The thing is, like, what's the benefit of that? Like, you're already punished because you ran out of maps. You cannot run further. And more often than not, it's not even that, doesn't even make sense to chase after people who are hugging the border. So it's just a non-issue, honestly. We don't really see a need to change how the border works. And like, I was really unlucky with my salvos there, but usually I'm very happy about somebody who hugs the border because they slow down so much, they're just easier to hit. It does confuse the secondaries a little bit because they are, of course, relatively not that smart when it comes to leading. Yeah. You choose something. I chose last week. Last battle.
Last week on World of Warships Legends Arcade Battles. We choose a ship. We're gonna go
the same. We need Yamato laser accuracy back because Legendary does not play with tier 7 anymore. Honestly, Legendary tier is extremely well balanced right now in terms of, like, compared to all the years. And there are some changes that could be made, definitely. But for the most of it, it works really well. And Yamato is doing fine, like absolutely fine. And some of the builds that exist there for Yamato are very strong, very potent, and with higher accuracy would be just making her broken.
Will Navarin get a damage buff for its main guns? It's unlikely that we're gonna see any changes to Navarin anytime soon.
I mean, we had to nerf her compared to the test because she was overperforming, so some ships get insane rubber banding on the border. That is your connection in that case. That is not the ships. If they rubber band, that means you're having some issues with connecting to the servers. And it doesn't mean like your router is broken or your console is broken or something like that. It could be somewhere in between. The servers are in the US and in Europe, so it's a bit of a roulette. It's a bit of a like RNG how you get routed to them. I used to have issues playing from Germany all the time, and World of Tanks, for example, back in the day when I was still living in Germany. Even though the servers were, I believe, also like basically 30 kilometers next to me. But it just happens. Do you want
take it?
Okay. Has anything been added this Monday? We had some bug fixes. We had some. We have the new Halloween mode now. Well, new. It's the mode from last year with a few tweaks and only 4 difficulties instead of like all the circles, nightmare circles. But I think new.
By the way, when we have updates like today's, we usually announce or post a list of what's changing on our Discord. I'm not sure about social media, but definitely in our Discord, right?
On socials, we usually just say like, hey, there's an update, because quite frankly, most people just want to see if they can play or not. But at least on Discord and Reddit, we post the patch notes usually, yes. Wait, did you just say LT is pretty balanced right now? All things considered, yes. There are few outliers. And they are pretty equal for the most of it. Doesn't mean there won't be more changes. Absolutely, we will make more changes. Come on, really? How did I miss that?
That's a very brave Clemson, by the way.
Yeah, she's, I would rather call it a bit, oh, is she beaching? She is, right? No, she's not.
Oh,
Yeah, she is.
ay. That's rough.
Is she gonna smoke up, or did she smoke up earlier?
She smoked up already.
Oh. My torpedoes were on the way. So close.
What is this? What is this game, by the way? We
I have no
everyone
idea.
Just run into A and hope for the best.
I mean, honestly, it's probably the same that I had in the beginning of the map, of the match. It's like, it's a weird map. You kind of don't know where to go, because C and B is like super open. Okay, there's another destroyer.
Yes. Okay, I think I dodged the torch.
Karlsruhe. Literally everyone is here, okay.
No, I did not dodge the torch. I dodged most of the torch.
20 seconds of sonar remaining. I will try to push into the smoke and hope for the best. Can I get over there? Nope. There she is.
Yep.
Did I just drive into torpedo? Nope. I'm fine. Cool. Oh, come on.
Assist.
And I got the torpedo on the nose. Really?
When you will put Giorgio Saverov in the game? Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Bye.
Oh, you don't.
Of course.
Good game.
I see a certain theme this game.
Just constant fist fighting. That's why I love arcade mode.
It's just so fun. It's like, it's quick battles.
The only issue with arcade mode or stream, is that so we're having a conversation, discussion, you know, and when we're playing arcade, because it's not like super quick, but it's quicker than random battles, we literally have no communication with the chat. Like when the action starts, it's just keeping your eyes open for as long as possible until they slightly hurt, and then
Let's go, Emil. Such a
back.
fun boat. Yeah. If you do not have Emil Bertin, do yourself a favor. It's one of the most fun boats in the game. Tier 4 French cruiser. It's super easy to get. And to just highlight, like, that's her armor. It basically doesn't exist. Which is also actually what you want, the ship. Like, the layers are like, there's just nothing armored. Which means you can broadside to, like, battleships, and more often than not, they will just overpan and not actually deal much damage to you. It's a really, really fun little boat. Like, you have like some guns, it's like not crazy. You have some torpedoes. It's actually like quite fine. 7.5 kilometers for tier 4. Totally usable.
a cell cannot explode in your citadel if it doesn't even arm.
Exactly.
That's
It's
like
basically big destroyer. Yeah, kinda. Why limit arcade to tier 6 and lower? I think mainly to keep more people in standard battles at tier 7. But honestly, it's more or less arbitrary. I'm pretty sure the developers had some idea with it. I didn't ask them why exactly or if I can tell you anything, but we already passed on the feedback that you would really like to have it for tier 7 as well. I think for like legendary and tier 8, the main issue is that then there are less tier 7 ships, so tier 8 would mostly probably just play against legendary. That is kind of like an issue with it, but maybe you can add more tiers. I mean, as you probably noticed, at least 2 of us in this room are very much for having more arcade. So we'll see. How to check armor for mobile has not been added yet. I don't think we added it yet, but we are working on it. And I think we already announced that it should be coming soon. If not, then you heard it now. But yeah.
I would play my IO in arcade. I would play my Atlantico in arcade for sure.
Oh God.
You know, like I would really like to see tier 7 in arcade, but I think there is a reason that I can't, that the devs thought about, that we shouldn't add tier 7 in arcade, but we'll definitely have to check.
Again, I think it's probably just a matter of like the queue times and the fact that if you add tier 7, then there will be less tier 7s in standard battles, which just leads to more tier 8 battles being only against legendary and not also having some fodder to shoot at. Yeah, Orochi loves his Atlantico. I don't know. Do you like your Atlantico? I'm not sure.
It's fun.
No, it was supposed to be sarcasm.
It's the best ship in the game. For me. At least.
Also, you mentioned service costs might be trickier at tier 8 and legendary. I mean, even at tier 7 they would be, but they do scale with smaller battles and we can, of course, adjust it, but that's a whole different issue.
Is the old Halloween mode back? Yes, but with some changes.
Minor changes and less difficulties.
You should definitely play it though.
German ships would ruin that mode. I mean, yeah, it would be very brawly, but you don't have to like brawl against the German ship. You can also just run away. That tier, okay. I was about to choose something, but I wasn't really making up my mind.
I'm playing the Forbidden build again. You'll see.
HP?
Yeah. What's the difference between tier 8 and legendary? So definitely, I would say the biggest difference that applies to every single ship is the matchmaking.
I think the biggest difference is that tier 8 is available in tech tree and legendary isn't. In legendary you only get through events or through the bureau mainly. So it's far less accessible. It's more rare. But yeah, otherwise you don't have anything above you. You are like the top of the top in terms of ships.
So in this battle, because we obviously have to play something weird, I'm playing a Congo build with 64,000 HP. Enjoy.
Can there be a mechanic to ricochet torpedoes? No plans, no. I think most of the torpedoes we have in the game also have like on contact or like magnetic users and stuff, so would really work, I guess.
The thing is, okay, let's take this
But
idea, right?
Yeah, we no plans.
No plans, before I say anything. When you're a battleship and you manage to ricochet a torpedo, feels nice, right? If you're a destroyer and an enemy battleship ricochets your torpedo, how happy would you be about that?
You know, you're probably talking to a majority battleship player audience, so it's not very convincing.
Well, yes, but that one destroyer player in the chat knows what I'm talking about.
All the 2 of you.
Both of you know.
Are we going to make more battle carriers? You mean like hybrid battleships? Probably. There's a high chance that we add more in future for like other countries. I've seen a lot of requests for like ESA and stuff like that. So sooner or later. I think Kearsarge is also a frequent request. I mean, we know the ships. Like, can I go over there? Can I hit Omaha? No. What's the funniest visual glitch the devs had to fix? I can't really think of anything. I can think of not visual glitches, but just the funniest was probably one super test session with some new map test or like something like that, and everybody just spawned on top of each other in the middle of the map on top of a mountain, and then you had like ships rolling down the mountain.
Yeah, that was one of the clips of all time that was shared internally. Okay, Piotr. Oh.
Oh, come on. Don't run away from me. Oh, there are torpedoes.
Ooh, blind fire citadel. Clip it.
What?
I'm joking. Don't clip it.
Oh. What
The
did you citadel?
accusations.
Not sure it's smart what I'm doing right now. It might be sunk soon. We'll see.
It's okay. You have 55,000 HP worth of Congo.
Where's your other like 8k?
I think someone...
Have you tried keeping them?
No, no need.
Hmm.
We can spend them. I think it would be fair to bounce torpedoes, and this is talking from a deep perspective. Torpedoes with very low risk with very high reward, especially when playing one with fast reloads or high damage. That very much depends on how skilled a destroyer player is on actually firing those torpedoes. If you are a destroyer player, I think you understand what I'm talking about. When you started playing torpedo destroyers, you probably hit like one torpedo per game, and now you're hitting obviously a lot more. So there is this factor, the skill of the destroyer player, and if we're matching skill levels, an experienced battleship player probably knows about potential torpedo threats and take steps to avoid them. So there is this balance that exists right now that I don't think we should really touch.
Agreed. Exactly, DD players just need to get good. I mean, like, as frustrating as it can be as like a, especially battleship. We say battleship because, of course, you are like the rock, paper, scissors thing, yeah. And battleships are like quite well countered by torpedoes, but you have to keep in mind how many torpedoes actually don't hit. It can be quite a challenge. Nice.
I can hit 60 torps in my Jaeger, lol. Yes, and Jaeger doesn't have that much damage in its torpedo. And, well, if you can hit 60, you are in the bracket of some of the best Jaeger players.
Fingers there. But there's still a destroyer. I didn't really realize.
Ooh.
Ouch. Nice one. 70k damage. Okay. Leave some for me, please. At 16.
Congo action.
I mean, Congo can hit hard. Like, she got a lot of guns.
The accuracy, though, slightly questionable.
Yeah, but that's like kind of the balance.
Yeah, yeah. When you want a 64,000 HP ship in tier 4, you kind of have to not focus on accuracy. Hildebrand when? another one question, but I will try to give an answer of not soon. Probably.
Oh, actual leaks here. Can I just point out, this is all the HP you need. I have survived with like 60 HP.
59 more than you need. Still doesn't feel good to get hit by 2 or 3 torps and the battleship loses 70+% of its health and can't heal it back either, not to mention the high chance of floats to add to it. Yes, I agree that when you actually get hit for that much damage, it's not gonna be a great game, but the same thing happens on the other side. When a battleship dev strikes a cruiser and completely removes it from the battle.
No way. Is she gonna get hit?
With what?
No.
A deep water torpedo?
I didn't realize it's a deep water. Yeah.
So these situations where someone gets one-shot do happen, but sometimes you're the one one-shotting, sometimes you're the one being one-shotted. It works both ways.
Can we see this Piot go? Like, she doesn't take any damage from me. Oh, never mind. Complaining helps. Where's our ally? Oh, over there. Okay. We'll probably win by points.
I want to win.
Oh, come on. Speaking of shells falling short, that is just unlucky. Come on,
No,
please.
what's my secondary range?
No.
Oh, okay.
So close.
Bismarck doesn't need tweaks though. Yeah, Bismarck is fine. I actually play Bismarck.
G101 Alpha? We
Unironically.
both don't have her.
G101?
G101 Alpha, yeah.
I think the only one who has it is Final Boss.
Yeah, he definitely does.
And there is a very strict rule, even amongst devs and all of us here working on the game, that we do not just invoice to us any ship we want. And alpha ships are included in the list of do not invoice at will.
The Alpha ships, the FE ships, Kamikaze BS. Well, and collaboration content outside of collaborations, actually. Will we ever get a shipyard port on console? Not sure, honestly. I know there are some issues with it added. Mainly, a lot of ships don't actually fit in there if you pay attention.
But I definitely think that we
That would be
have
cool.
discussed it. But there was, yeah, something that needs fixing. No, Bismarck is definitely usable. And I like both the Bismarck and Bismarck Black version. Maybe Bismarck Black slightly more because better secondary range, but both are quite nice. And especially when we have a brawl or a rank that has tier 7, I usually go with Bismarck.
Can't all nations just get a whole big bunch of premium ships released all at once? No, there are two issues with it. First of all, like, it doesn't make sense for us to release too much at once. Like, then people will just not engage with everything, or it's overwhelming. And the other thing is, we can't do it because we have to work on adding those ships. Yes, we have the models from PC, but it's not just copy paste. It's actually quite some effort to get them into Legends as well. Lots of adjustments, and we already tried to have a variety of ships, like for different kinds of players, different kinds of part of the player base, but adding too many at once, there were even some complaints already in the past from you guys that we added too much at once, but that's usually because we know certain ships will cater to certain parts of the players and other parts don't care at all.
That plus we also try to release premiums or ships in general, depending on what theme we have in each update. For example, during our birthday update in summer, we went for a Greek theme. So we also released Velos and things like that.
The camo, pretty cool. Not a ship, I know, but the blue.
The camo, yeah.
It's pretty cool. What I'm saying is themed stuff.
Yeah. Or for example, 4th of July, like US ships all the way. Chicken come on flags. Don't we have a chicken flag?
Do we have a chicken flag? I'm not sure.
We definitely have a bacon flag.
Maybe we have a patch.
And for some reason, when we request from our art team something with food, we usually get it pretty quickly.
Is that why we don't have more Sam stuff?
Cats are not food.
Exactly, that's why we don't have more of it.
There is a roast chicken flag. Yes, I knew it. Like I
roast chicken
remembered
flag?
it. Oh, you want the chicken that's not roasted. Hot dog flag. That's actually not a bad idea. It's going to be very memey for reasons.
I don't
but
think I have that flag.
yeah, I think it was for Thanksgiving.
That would
But then
make
it wouldn't be a chicken.
Then it would be turkey, right?
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, in the oven, can they look similar? It's just very different size.
you can tell.
Belay is saying it's a turkey, a chicken with extra flamboyance.
Basically,
Flamboyance.
yes. Costco hot dog. And hot dog emoji next to it.
Division not ready.
How?
Panos just wrote something
Yes.
in Greek.
Καλησπέρα, καπετάνι. Καλησπέρα. Means good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Captain. I guess.
I'm still surprised that people remember I'm Greek. To be honest, it's not that difficult, but
I think because it is kind of rare-ish.
rare. I think it's
to
mostly the
encounter
accent.
Greek. Your accent doesn't sound very Greek.
It's
You have an
pretty
accent,
Greek.
but it's not like it's.
it's getting
not
better. It's actually
pinpointable.
getting better. When I first came to Prague, it was way more pronounced. But speaking English for 2.5 years now has slightly changed and I hope bettered my accent.
Yeah, but I think, like in general, the Greek accent isn't as like, oh yeah, that's Greek. Similar to how like a French
Yeah.
accent or an Italian accent or German accent is like very clear, like where someone is from.
For some reason, based on my accent, people think I'm Spanish.
It occasionally sounds like a really slight Spanish accent,
Yes.
like a Spanish accent without a stereotypical like f.
But even like a lot of people say that Spanish and Greek sound kind of similar because we have those th and su and those kind of sounds.
Oh,
They do.
interesting.
But I don't know. I think Spanish and Greek accents are kind of cute. So I'm proud of my accent. Can you fix the spawn on this map? Arcade, random. No, like actually, write this in feedback.
And which spawn of
Which spawn,
ships?
where specifically?
Is it in division or not? Is it which side is it? Like just take a screenshot of the spawns and tell us.
Do the girls in Prague agree? I cannot talk about this. But no, when it comes to map spawns specifically, don't write it here. Write it in feedback. Even when I was in the community team, we were actively looking to change some spawns on maps, and we actually did change the spawns on. I don't want to say every single map, but
No, like a lot of them. At
a
least.
lot of maps we actually changed the spawns. So please do.
And that was pretty much solely based on feedback.
Yes.
Like statistically speaking, it was mostly fine. But you guys didn't like some spawns, so we actually changed them.
I pushed a bit too far here.
I'm beaching.
Okay. Okay.
Finish him.
Bye.
I should have activated my fighter. I'm running Arthurs. Got something in my nose. Annoying. No, not that great. No, it wasn't that great.
Can you guys crack down on the players that leave spawns, please? You mean the side that they spawn in?
Oh, come on, really? Wasp should be gun.
Hello, Benson.
Alright.
You get an assist, I get a kill. Oh, wait. Need to say thank you to our mass. Use emotes, by the way. Not overuse, but do use them. They're fun.
I'm too lazy.
Yeah, like they leave a flank behind at the start of the map. To be honest, there is not much we can do about this.
Like in general also, sometimes it makes sense for you to hold like a flank alone or like to go in some direction, but if you see your team not following up, there's no point in throwing your ship away. Like sometimes just following the lemming train, if it actually moves, is the best course of action.
There are certain ships in certain maps and spawns, and I see this because I play a lot of Atlantico and Minotaur, that you actually have to change the side because there are specific islands that fit your playstyle, right? And in these cases, yes, like you need to change your side. However, I do understand what you're talking about. It's about ships that no matter what go to the other side of the map because they keep their ship safe for longer. In that case, it's just a misplay, as every other misplay that they can do in the game. Like sailing broadside. It's same kind of misplay.
That New Mexico's toast. What's up with matchmaking not matching DDs evenly? Kind of ridiculous when one team has one or more DD, another team has none. That's extremely rare, but it happens if the destroyer player is waiting for way too long in the queue, like many minutes, and there's just nobody to match them with. Like the matchmaker can only work with what it gets. And sometimes, especially when there are like specific missions or something new gets released, there are just way more of one ship or one type than others. Really well done, Mars. Really well played. GG's.
Lot of
can
Mars
also be
on that
fail
ship.
diffs. Higher run. Fail diffs being, in case you don't know the term, that's how players call if you are like a tier 4 destroyer, for example, and you team up with a tier 5 other ship, and then you get up tiered into tier 6, and the matchmaker cannot match you almost ever equally because there's probably no other tier 4 destroyer that is teamed up with a tier 5 ship. Does the matchmaker try to evenly distribute radar ships? Nope. It only tries to even out ship types. So battleships, cruisers, destroyers, and carrier. And otherwise, it does not really care about anything. It's very random. All right. What time is it actually? Oh, already half past.
And as I was saying, the ship mass has a lot of mass, like Aaron in the chat who has a lot of mass because he goes to the gym with the rest of the gym bros. How is it going, Aaron?
For the matchmaker, hybrids are just a battleship. Same for DC, even with her airstrikes. She just counts as a cruiser.
Okay, choose the tier.
Didn't I choose last round?
Did you?
Didn't? I think.
Okay.
I chose Yuga. Yeah.
Let's play something fun.
Don't believe the photos. Aaron is secretly 5-1.
He's not. Trust. We have height requirements to join the CC program. This is a joke.
I understand why you ask and why it's important to stay where you spawn, but you can't stop people's free will to do whatever they want. Just have to grin and bear it. Cuss or not and just get on and do your best. Yeah, don't cuss. Like, that's not gonna help anyone. If anything, if you're trying to be nice to somebody, if you want to use voice chat and be like, hey, Sir Destroyer over there, maybe it would make sense if you come over here. If you stay nice, you have the best chances of actually getting any positive response. If they don't care, they will not care either way. And if you insult them, they will just go defensive.
Sometimes pinging them can help.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
But again, it's like any other misplay that can happen in the game. Same way someone decides to sell broadside, same way someone decides to rush into the cap. It's the same situation of someone saying, okay, I just want to switch caps for, to stay hidden for an extra minute. Okay. There are also worse misplays that can happen. Hey, we all potato sometimes, definitely.
Did you know that Dr. Frankenstein was very athletic? He was a bodybuilder. Okay. Pinging can help. It's frustrating, but hey, ho, multiplayer gaming. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, there's so many different people.
Thoughts on the Soviet CVs? So I definitely think that the change to the skipper bombs made them, well, not better, because you can no longer do the thing where you one-shot the destroyer by running your planes over them, but they are way better to play against. And I still think they have the interesting gimmick of actually using their entire squadron to deliver a strike. I like them. I play Serov quite a lot. Pre and post CV update.
It's also a pretty strong ship.
Yeah.
If you know how to use it.
Of course.
Yeah, like the availability of crates, we do have some crates all the time, like the commander crates and then the seasonal ones, right? But otherwise we want to rather keep it to like specific themes and updates. Again, it's a matter of like not being completely overwhelming, but also spreading out like what is actually available. So same reason as like anything else. Bit of a creating some variety and some demand.
When will the Incomparable come to the game? Correct me if I'm wrong. Incomparable is the PC tier 10 big gun British battle cruiser. Well, we can't really answer as to when or if, but I actually recently got that ship on PC and it's quite fun.
We don't know when it's coming, but it's really fun. You're missing out. Ouch.
No,
ouch.
I
ouch,
personally,
ouch.
I would personally love to see the ship, but
Please, no, please. How did I?
you survived. By the way,
I survived the Yuga broadside without even a scratch. I have no idea how.
Not exactly sure what's happening in our spawn, for example, but
People don't move for some reason.
Yeah,
Do we have two AFK players? No.
no,
This
our
one's
destroyer
moving.
is slightly reversing.
I think the mechanism disconnected.
Oh, more damage for us then.
Here,
Maybe good
can
hit.
you damage that?
Ooh, okay,
Oh.
equalize the game.
That's one way to do it.
And remember, if you think your team is bad, just sink more ships.
Skill issue,
Skill
basically.
issue.
Okay. Wisdom before Rochi. You heard it here first.
Need to make some funny videos with just win harder or something like that. Am I spotted by the Hatsuharu?
Possible.
Yeah, the smoke was not. Okay.
I'm
Win
really
harder,
scared
yes.
of those battleships right now. I'm chickening out a little bit too much. Dunkirk is having a double fire, and she extinguished it.
You know, with like funk music.
Oh, we need funk music as like...
It's like AFK teammate, just play better.
I know, we just need the funk music like
Everywhere.
Commander guys. If you equip it, you have the music. Something like that. Totally up for that. Was the Hatsuharu beached? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Some reason she's not here. Ah, there she is. Oh, should be dead. Surely, right? Surely Stort is gonna win. Please. Please. What are they doing? Eh?
Are they having a moment?
Yeah, something like this. I got the Hatsuharu. But I think the Stort is eating a torp. Where is she? She is fine. Am I eating a torpedo though? No, I'm also fine. What a
You guys did
spotting.
Motorhead. Can we get more metal band collabs? I don't think we collaborated with Motorhead.
Maybe Tanks did? I don't know.
I think Alex is talking about Megadeth.
Possible, yeah. But yeah, for collaborations, guys, we can't say anything. Like, everything else is like, sometimes we can say something. Collaborations, there's an army of lawyers just waiting for us to say something wrong.
The thing is, we have a, and I know it's surprising, maybe surprising, but we actually have a BizDev department. And we talk with our BizDev and team quite a lot. And we've thrown every single idea imaginable at them. There is quite a process to get a collaboration going, and this process can take like a couple of years in some cases. If you think that you have an idea that's unique and may be interesting for us,
Please.
feel free to suggest it.
I survived. I kind of YOLO'd the enemy or whatever battleship it was.
And you didn't have the camera on you.
Oh, true.
But yeah, if you have a collaboration idea, throw it in our feedback channel on Discord. Link is in the description. Can you imagine the amount of paperwork a collab requires?
It can literally be
Well,
months
I can,
to years.
but people... there is quite a lot of paperwork, a lot of very sometimes boring email chains, lots of meetings, and above all, a lot of time. And we understand why, but we would like to talk about some of the collaborations we're planning. But any communication usually needs to be also agreed with partners as to when we announce it the first time, what is posted when,
No, I'm done.
and things like that.
Well, 90k damage, 91, 92. Oh, something's burning. I think the Dunkirk is burning. Dunkirk. I think Dink. Let's have nation battles to see what navy has the strongest ships. We were thinking about it, but like, I'm not gonna say we never have it, but most likely it doesn't make much sense because our game is not really balanced around nations, but more balanced around the fact that it's mostly random and you have like a little bit of everything. So certain dynamics just don't work that well if you only have one nation's ships. on like the same side.
Support for the Royal
I have
British Legions
no
is like
idea what the Royal British Legion is, to be honest. But we are working with a couple museums and stuff. Like, for example, we have partnership with the Bathurst Museum when it comes to British things. But yeah, also actually working with museums, working with like, especially when they're like government run, also very fun. Lots of paperwork.
I wish I could talk about some cases we had with governments, but the same legal team that would be angry about collaboration is gonna be angry about me talking about it. So
no, the legal team that would be angry about the collaboration talk would be the collaboration partners legal team, not just only ours.
Rook is misplaying, backing up is just giving Orochi the advantage. Doing whatever against me gives me the advantage.
I mean, what are you going to do against a Nelson in this regard? Like,
I'd
my
like to
damage
have
stopped 300 before 100k. Come on.
I'd like to have a secret conversation with Orochi. There is gonna be a lot of paperwork for that too. So probably you probably won't.
The Dunkirk is not AFK now.
No,
She's thanked me.
she's dancing. Couple of fires, please. Only one. Okay.
Mid-range brawling BBs should take advantage of island cover, especially brawling ones. Like, I mean, yeah, maybe on one side of your ship, but at this point, we are in the lead very far. If you're hiding, that's not how you win. Christine, we can't talk about like future content, but there's always a chance. There are some options for sure. Sabaton already worked with tanks, so they're now wargaming. Yeah, the Warships video team even produced one of their videos, the Bismarck one. If you check the credits, it actually says produced by Wargaming. But again, like just because we want something or something makes sense doesn't mean it's easy to do.
Or it doesn't make sense for both sides, right?
But I mean, even let's say, for example, Sabaton, we were like, oh yeah, they are up for it, we are up for it, we're all good. Then you need to think what and how and plan all this. And then there's a lot of back and forth around this. And then maybe that gets delayed. And then you have to find like when you actually have time to do it. When do they have time? If there's like some recordings involved or some photo shoots to like get their commanders or stuff like this. Like there's so much that you probably don't even think about that can actually, first of all, go wrong, get delayed, or is needed in the first place. So it's a lot more. Needed Rakinifer, guys. I don't think he's really has much to do with Legends, honestly. Like, yeah, we could, I guess, but World of Warplanes, it's still going.
I wonder when the next Sabaton concert in Prague actually is.
Guys, we can't comment on any future things. Just because you're asking about something else in the future doesn't mean that changes. We are looking into balance. We are looking into like your feedback. We're looking into like, for example, the fighter plane. I guess that's what you mean, Mac, by plane consumable. But it's coming when it's coming in terms of changes and new things, and that's.
What about bringing back past collabs? That's also something that needs to be discussed with partners.
Well, I mean, we had plenty of collabs actually return again, but there are also some that never returned. Both is possible.
It's obviously a lot easier to talk to those partners about returning content because you already established a business relationship with them.
I mean, that also depends on a lot of factors.
Oh, yeah, of course. There are in business there are asterisks to everything and exceptions to everything. But generally, when you already started the collaboration, it's launched, everything is hopefully going smoothly. You can talk about returning content, and the whole process is way more quick.
Gadana's next update? I mean, she can only come next update or the update after because we said she is coming this year. So 50-50 chance. Is there anything in the future you can talk about? Right now, no. Starting next week, yes, because we usually do the teasers like the week before the update, the next update. But right now we are actually testing a lot of the things that are coming in the next update internally and with super testers to actually determine what we can bring, what might need changing, what might need to scrap, all these things. So it's a very tight schedule.
If you are asking for more of a like roadmap kind of discussion, then I'm afraid we can't really talk about things that far into the future. There are obviously plans for stuff far into the future, but until they are actually ready to be added to the game, we can't really promise or talk about them. Updates 4 weeks each to fit more in during the year. The number of updates does not correlate with the amount of stuff that can be developed.
Well, you would just get less each update.
We have 52 weeks of development, and that doesn't change. Now, in how big of a basket each update is going to have, this can vary, of course, with if it's 5 week or 4 week, but we found that 5 week updates are pretty much ideal for.
It's also about like the internal prep and stuff like
yes.
that.
Yes. But we found that it's quite good. Everyone has time to complete their tasks and test what we are adding into the game enough.
What are your most played ships? I think mine is still Fiji.
Mine is Minotaur.
Fiji or Minotaur, one of the two.
Mine is surprisingly Minotaur, and close second is Atlantico.
That is actually surprising. It's not Atlantico.
I had a Minotaur era.
I see. Can we ask about the past? Why some ship didn't return? I mean, that's also just turning the past into a future question.
It's like the controlling time.
Can we get a sorry or my bad on the communication wheel? The issue is that we don't have those voice lines, so they would be completely without any voiceover, which is kind of already the case for some of them in some cases. So, kind of don't want that. Maybe we eventually rework the wheel, but it's a tough decision, and we'll see. Scheduling issues here, I can see that being a thing. Yeah, it's constantly like the moment you postpone something, it messes up all your plans, but it happens a lot in development and game development in particular. It's very, very difficult to actually estimate how long something will take.
Especially when the so-called scheduling issues are kind of unplanned.
Even without that, like if you have, let's say you have all the time in the world, you only work on one thing, there's still a very high chance that you can't actually perfectly predict like how long you will need. Or what happens. Like you might be having some cool idea and you're working on it and suddenly it turns out everything is wrong. Could at least wargaming employees do voiceovers for guys instead of AI? We don't do AI voiceovers. Like they're all like voiced by voice actors. I mean, that would actually be maybe an idea, but that's also fun with especially collab commanders or also like partners. You can't just go in and do the voices with like a AI fake version of them. That would need to be specified in the contracts and they would need to also agree to that, which I would assume most voice actors wouldn't. Oh.
Yeah.
You got torpedoed?
Does happen.
Come on, York, please. Like, what are these salvos? Like, where are my shots flying?
Oh, I assisted. What is harder to schedule, gaming development or housing construction?
Probably housing,
So
but still.
both depend on what the deadlines are. To schedule a housing construction when there is really no deadline is probably easier than game development scheduling when you need to release an update in 4 weeks. Generally speaking, it's about the same amount of people involved, if not more, in game development, actually.
It heavily depends on the
Yeah.
game and on the house, I would say. But
Yeah.
some games can be just 2 guys in a shed. Some games can be hundreds of people. Some are thousands. Like literally thousands.
Also, can you take a little bit of the reverb out of the new Halloween voiceovers? They're a bit too garbled, in my opinion. Please share this feedback in our feedback channel on Discord, because there is a chance we won't remember this after the stream.
In general, if you have feedback, it's quite likely that even if we talk about it, we don't remember after the stream. We don't just write down everything. Like sometimes you might see us taking notes, but yeah. Oh yeah, just got a I just got a message on my laptop. The battery is low. I took my charger here and didn't plug it in. Ah, that's smart.
How many wargaming developers are there then?
Can't say that.
We can't say?
No.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to before as well, but
Okay. A few. I'm just imagining Orochi voice for pan-European. When it comes to Greek, probably French and English accents, we kinda got it. But there are a lot of other languages that I would probably not do that great in. Twina said, we are definitely more than Twina said.
I mean, you can just go to LinkedIn and look at
Yes.
Wargaming or like some press publication, so you will know it's a couple thousand people working at the company, but the exact split of like how many work on Legends, how many work on PC, how many work on tanks, on Blitz, on all these games, it's not public. We are a privately owned company, which comes with the benefit that you don't really have to share everything. And sharing less is sometimes actually better.
Orochi doing Pan-Asian commanders when? I have actually been complimented more than once for my pronunciation of Chinese.
I'm not even trying. I'm not even closely that good.
But when it comes to me knowing how to speak Chinese, no. I do not.
Okay, that is going to be the last battle.
Yes.
5 minutes remaining. Okay, that's annoying, but I have to actually plug in. Oh, we didn't actually hide our queue. Well, I guess we might get sniped.
When
Whatever.
I started playing...
Be right back.
Okay. When I started playing wargaming games back in like 2010, entire company was 2 Russian guys. I highly doubt that. Wargaming was actually founded in 1998.
Yep.
Which makes the company actually older than me. Which is a very interesting fact.
I was 3 years old. 3.5. I think in 2010 the game was already out in CIS, no? So by that point, tanks was already popping off.
Baby
How about on
Orochi.
you?
I'm 24. I'm actually 25. In fact, I am going to be 26 this week.
Ooh.
Yes.
Imagine being me and remembering birthdays.
It's probably a bad idea to say this with Sihalas in the room,
Why?
because you will share it with the rest of the team.
Oh, I will forget by tomorrow.
And
don't worry.
I'll have to go through
No.
people singing happy birthday to me in the office.
The mistake you cannot make is telling Chrysanthus about it from the
Yes.
PC team. He will make everyone sing. Oh, I'm not in a Bortas right now. What am I doing?
Were you slightly braver?
Yeah. Oh, crap. Oh, I took one torpedo. Well, could have been worse. So, how's the game?
So anyway,
I wanted to play Bortas, and then I was like, nah, I could play Maya, and I just YOLO'd in. How big's the player base on Legends? We don't talk about revenue or any numbers in terms of like how many something is. So, can't tell you. My oldest wargaming title is Order of War from like 2007 or 8. Yeah, they like wargaming made a lot of games actually. Way before. Mostly strategy games.
this is gonna be a tricky game.
A new burrow would be nice. There will be a new burrow by the end of the year.
Oh, hello. Can I fight that terribly? Probably not.
Does wargaming have anything to do with Russia? I mean, we closed our office there. Oh,
A
I
short
think the office
answer.
still exists, but
Short answer, no.
we are fully outside. We have offices all over the world, but no longer there. I'm actually liking this idea about wargaming employees doing some voices. Could be fun for you guys as well. Having been part of voice recordings, honestly, it takes quite some skill to do it in an engaging way. It takes a lot of time, and having, like, yes, it could be cool for some people, but having people do that would be also not wasting, but taking away from their time. I flew hard, but I guess our team also didn't do any better. Sorry for that. Ending on a loss. Yeah, and it's probably for most people wouldn't really work that well. Like, we leave that to collaboration partners and like voice actors we work with. Also, it's a different thing of like having someone that deeply as part of the game. Like what we do, some of the faces of like more generic commanders are actually like members of the development team or so. But also adding like the voiceovers that adds more personal touches. Maybe you actually split with someone in a bad way. You don't want to actually have them in your game anymore. There's so many things. Not really worth it. Captain Brian, if you got banned, it was probably for a reason, but if it was in 2021, you can just send me a message. Just Rehalis, like on screen as well. And on Discord, I mean. And we can look into it. Freedom for Brian who starts setting the heads. Depends on what it was for. If it was something not that bad, we're all up for giving second chances. But if it was something more severe, yeah, sorry. Should have thought about that first. Let the players do the voiceovers, then record them and send them to you. That's even worse, because then we have to go through all of that. And then there's even more back and forth. No, sorry. It's not gonna happen. I don't see that. Like, again, never say never, but it's so incredibly unlikely. Does Tikana ever stop by to visit the old office? He is not working with us, and he also lives in a completely different country, so no. Anyway, I would assume if he for some reason like comes over to Prague, he would say hi. But I think he really likes his hometown. If any recommended premiums for people to get, there are a ton of threads on that, about that on Discord. Discord as well, but Reddit is what I wanted to say. And it also heavily depends like what kind of ships you like, what tiers.
I have a suggestion.
Yuga,
Look
maybe?
into what ships you like. For example, if you like destroyers, we have a CC program. Lots of content creators. I bet one of them at least will have a video on the premium ship you are considering to buy. Watch that video, get their opinion, form your own, of course, and make your decision.
But yeah, in terms of suggestions, check YouTube, check Discord, check Reddit, if you need help with deciding.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, Z34 is always a good and kid for destroyers. Hyuga, Belfast, München. Exeter is fun as well. Why not? There's so many fun ships. Anyway, just as a little bit of a plug for all the German speakers out there. Sorry, it's not international. There's a charity and a marathon of some German streamers in the wargaming games mainly who are actually taking part. There's an article on our blog in German if you want to check it out. I don't have the link ready right now, but you probably already know. We published it last week. And I'm going to join Adlerwache, one of our German community contributors, on stream in like 30 minutes from now-ish, hopefully, if I can make it home in time. That's why we really have to finish on time today. Just keep in mind again, if you apply to Supertest, check your Discord DMs. Some of you did not yet reply. If you don't reply in a timely manner, we will pick someone else. And there might still be chances for you to actually make it in if you didn't receive a message yet. There might be another wave. Otherwise, next week on Monday, we are not going to have a stream. And we are back with the update stream on the 18th of November in 2 weeks. Have a nice week. Enjoy your battles. Have fun challenging the Halloween mode from last year again. And good night for the people who are staying awake for so long just to watch us and soon going to bed. And nice evening otherwise.
Bye-bye.